Chewy, buddy, you still in here? Angler Island. Furlough. And Chewy, appreciate you, Chewy. Butcher Block, buddy. Hope everybody's doing okay. All right, Eric, appreciate you. Alan, I'm sure you're out working this morning. I hate stupid people. Great having you. At least it's clearing up a little bit, Alan. I know last week was a mess. It's great seeing everybody. Y'all ain't been able to get on this early in a while. I got to get the dog out Tuesday and go. Yeah, did you have any luck rabbit hunting? Man, I miss those days. It's been a many years. Chattanooga Ed, buddy, how you doing? You got to go back to bed. I appreciate you, Ed. Appreciate you stopping by anyways. You been up all night or green whale fishing? Appreciate you coming in. Y'all, my yeehaw, I might get one out of it. I don't know. Yeah. But the batteries are low and they have to build back up to get one little yell out of it. I keep saying I'm going to order some. I keep forgetting about it as soon as I get off here. Appreciate you, Ed, hitting that like, buddy. We got 7 people in the room, y'all. I appreciate the thumbs up. Didn't get any. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I used to really enjoy that, man. You see, Rabbit be closing, what, the 28th probably this month? Then that'll be pretty well everything except for turkey season. And Eric, buddy,
Morning, Terry.
how you doing?
Good. How you doing this morning?
I'm here, man. I'm on walking on eggshells. I tiptoed in the kitchen, got me a cup of coffee, and I don't know.
I managed to sleep in an extra hour this morning. I just rolled out of bed before I came out here.
Ed been up all night. Should have went to bed, I guess, 40 minutes, 5 hours ago. It's hard to go to bed when you're having fun, Ed.
Uh-huh.
All right, Alan, be safe out there, buddy. Greenwell Fishing says, "What's up, Furlough?"
What's up, Greenwell? What's
Yeah,
up? Not me yet. That's what's up.
Yeah, real. I hate stupid people. Good morning and good night, Ed.
Crap.
I've slept, but I've been up off and on all night, and
Yeah.
feel pretty decent as long as I'm laying still, man. But I get up and go in there and fix my coffee, and I don't know. I just cannot figure it out. Steve, buddy.
What's up, Still?
It's like you got to move real slow, or
Yeah.
felt good yesterday evening, man. That's the best I've felt in a while.
I was gonna say you seem like you're doing real good on Carrie's stream.
And I felt good in Kenny's stream.
Yeah.
And actually felt good till I lay down last night. Then it seems like after you sleep all night, I guess that builds up on your lungs and stuff.
This camera further away from me. It's too close.
Steve, buddy, I ain't got to see you a lot lately.
Yeah, he popped into my stream yesterday morning.
Did he?
He was driving, so he didn't come up, but he was in there lurking.
I don't know how long I'll go this morning. Just have to play it by ear. I had a lot of fun on Science Gal yesterday with Carrie and Jesse, which you was on their Super Bowl weekend, wasn't you?
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Bomber Steve, buddy. Great having you.
Yeah, it's fun talking to them too.
Looking very dapper. I take that, I hope, as a good word. Sorry you missed all streams last night. I had I understand that. I hate Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, we understand that. I got so bad, I think it was it might have been, I think it was Friday, your stream and everything. Furlough, I was so bad shape Friday, I took some meds and it knocked me out till about 9 o'clock Friday night.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I told you, don't worry about live streaming. Just get yourself better, Terry.
Yeah, but man, if I wait till I get better, I won't be live streaming.
Yeah.
Means neatly and stylish. Appreciate you, Bomber. Man, if I'm neatly and stylish, it's the standards are set low, thank goodness.
Same here right now. Appreciate it, though.
Right there's the neatly and stylish guy still in you.
Yeah.
Oh, me, I don't know. At least the snow's melting. Our roads are still treacherous, but I think we're supposed to have rain today and almost 60 degrees. So you get out off our street, I mean, everything's clear. It's just the neighborhood. But
need to run through and throw some salt down or something.
Yeah, they don't do nothing over here. And I got out on the main road, went to the store, and now the potholes are already everywhere, man. One snow and one salting and everything that just roads falls apart.
Oh yeah.
Lori Monster Fish Gal.
That's how the roads are up north too. Like you be driving around, all of a sudden you hit a pothole, and it's like I don't even know, like you run over a dog or something. It feels like you run over a dog or something.
Man, you can mess a tire or a front end up quick around here.
Yeah.
What snow?
Snow.
That's the first one we can really call snow for us in years, man, I tell you.
Holy crap.
Oh, Butcher. You amateurs. That's normal around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd rather be called an amateur butcher than live with that crap all the time. Oh.
I've done with that crap enough.
Yeah. Kenny had another great stream last night, man.
Yeah,
they get to going in there. Danny gets on them. Mm-hmm. It sounds like Danny was planning a road trip without Kenny this time. She's going to pay him back. And he was all upset. He goes off and leaves his wife for weeks. And now she was going to do one. He was all upset. If it snows in my hometown, I'll die. One, I'll die. Two, the world was ending. Hey, way this last year and a half's been, nothing wouldn't surprise me, Bomber. Bruins look good. Man, look here, Wash Farms, man. Great seeing you, Wash Farms. I wish my button was working better. Well, he got it out. Where I haven't used it in a few days, it built up a little charge, I guess.
Yeah, I gave it a little juice, I guess.
Yeah. Great having you, Wash. Don't get to see Wash much anymore. Oh, man. Did you, you was in Kenny's last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to make it over to Griffin's?
Yeah, I was there. Actually, I went and laid down in bed and just watched Griffin for a little while until I fell asleep.
That's what I did. I got in it and I laid down on the sofa and I was trying to wait till they got their panel going. And next thing I know, man, I was out of it.
Yeah, I don't think I made it to the panel. So.
Got Chewy, Monster Fish Gal, y'all. I don't know. Like I say, I think we're supposed to be around 60 more. I'm hoping this warmer weather make me feel better. It seems like the cold hurts my breathing more than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like right now I've been stuffed in a 50-gallon barrel or something. I have a hell of a day ahead of me catching up on the streams I missed. I know it's tough.
Morning, GRB.
GRB, buddy. We're here, man. Great seeing you, GRB. That's the only thing I get on later in the day. I don't get to see GRB because it's their bedtime practically over there by then.
Yep.
Hope you're doing good, bud. Oh, man, that y'all is killing me, Furlough.
Sorry.
Oh, it's funny how it works, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I can't stop this morning.
Boy, I've had days like that. It just tears you up.
That's always me on Mondays. I can't. I enjoy my weekends so much because I actually get them off now, and come Monday, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Bomber, it looks like y'all turning winter. Got a week of the 70s and low 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome weather. Well, now we're about to head in on our part the tornado season and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, before we know it, here another few months, it'll be hurricane season.
yeah, hurricane season not far away.
Starting June 1st.
I think Carver and them's looking for some condos.
Oh, yeah?
Coach Plays and them looking for some condos for us for vacation time.
Nice.
They're supposed to be looking at Destin and back at Panama again. So,
Shoot, if they go to Destin, it'll only be about 5-10 minutes for me. So.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Destin and hanging out if it's grown up like it has. And
It's grown up quite a bit. You'll be surprised. Trust me.
I mean, it ain't much I want to do. Just hang out and at the room and the beach and like I told them, I just seem to do a lot of grilling out and stuff, still even going to restaurants. Jacob, buddy, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in.
Morning, Jacob.
Jacob, are you Tom's son? You're good, JRB. Y'all get tornadoes too, Bomber Steve in Australia? Nothing like us, probably. F1, F2. They're bad enough though, man.
Oh, yeah.
TJ's new life. Appreciate
you, TJ. Yeah, and F1's enough to, screw your house up a little bit.
It seems like every year they're just getting stronger and stronger here, and they're staying on the ground longer. And I don't know. You can't tell me it's something to do with all the. You're not Tom's son, all right? I didn't know. I couldn't remember Tom's son named Tom Kelly. I don't know if you know him. Great guy. But you can't tell me the climate changes or something ain't doing something because we used not to have all these tornadoes and stuff. Everything's shifting, seems like. But yeah, it's great having TJ. We got 11 people in the room, y'all.
Jesus. Oh, I can't stop.
Get Steve up on the panel. Any of you? Come on up, Lori. GRB.
So you ain't going to get Lori up here.
Bomber Steve.
I wish you could get Lori up here, but you won't.
Oh, I know it. Bomber, I guess, I don't know if you talked to Furlough or not. They went out and bought another dang snake.
Correction, my wife went and bought another snake. I was just there.
It's
I was just there for moral support.
Yeah, moral support. Still in your house.
Yeah.
I'm going to send some moral support too. I'm going to send a psychiatrist down your house. Leave the snakes where they belong. Mild summer, TJ. Yeah. Show support. I showed you some support if Catfish Mama was out trying to buy some snakes.
The only thing to do when you get a snake is buy more. Yeah, my wife will agree to that. So she's got 3 now, and I have 1.
And a little 1-inch skink that I will call a water skink because he was in my fish tank.
I almost bought one of them Chinese water dragons. Those things are cool, but they get like 3 feet long.
Really?
Yeah, no. I mean, if we had a different house that was a little bigger, I'd have room for it.
Well, what's the difference in a 3 foot long? What is it? Water lizard?
Yeah, water dragon or whatever.
Water dragon. What's different in a 3 foot water dragon than a 6 foot snake? That don't make sense. Got room for a big snake, ain't got room for a lizard.
Yeah, I got because 3 foot lizard's got it. Believe it or not, a 3 foot lizard will have to go in a bigger enclosure than the snake would.
Really, those snakes don't take a real big tank.
Mm-mm. The ball pythons, I mean, they can live in a 40 breeder for their whole life.
Look here, y'all. Lori's Crochet Corner. Appreciate you, Lori. Great seeing you. You're up stirring early. Water dragons are cool. I like those. What is it? Kenny's got those little mud skippers or something.
The mud skippers, yeah.
Now I like something like that. I probably would never reach in and feed them, but I like them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the mud skippers are cool.
Snakes are happy just to.
Yeah, they don't move around much.
And wait for a rat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to say it, even if I was just sitting looking at a snake sitting still, I'll pull out an encyclopedia, but I'm not going to even do that. We get 5 foot long lace monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Scary at night when they climb the tree near you while you're fishing.
Drink some water, Terry.
Yeah. Those mud skippers they're so ugly. They're cute, man. You kind of like them. Well, I drank 2 bottles of water yesterday. That's pretty good. I know you're supposed to drink a lot more than that, but
I bet they're scary when they climb up a tree at night when you're fishing right next to you.
Now monitors, that's those great big lizards, ain't it?
Those are them big giant ones, yeah.
Yeah. They look like tiny dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. They had I don't think it was a lace monitor. They had a monitor at the reptile show I went to the other day. It was probably about 3 foot long.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big old lizard.
Wow.
The thing about the water dragons, like they get 3 foot long, but like most of it is their tail. They have like super long tails.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some of those got massive teeth, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my Catfish Terrier original songwriter. Yeah, Kamano, is that right? Kamano. Yeah. Some of them they call dragons, don't they? Some
the Komodo
dragons.
Yeah.
They get really big, don't they?
Yeah, they get huge, and they actually I think they got a poisonous bite too.
Yeah, I remember watching Steve Irwin guess that was his name, fool around with those things.
Yeah.
Al, buddy, great seeing you. those lizards wouldn't think twice about taking your arms off.
Nope. Mm-mm.
That's crazy, man.
So I keep one small enough. If they bite me, it's not gonna like take a finger off or.
I don't even want to be around one if you can take a fingernail off. Poisonous bites only in the wild.
Mm.
Lori, appreciate you sharing the links.
There's some guy at the reptile show. He bought a poisonous centipede, and I was like, "What? I mean, I guess to each their own. But what are you gonna do with a poisonous centipede? What if it gets out in the house?
Centipede?
Yeah,
I just don't understand people, man.
I don't know. But see, now bugs give me the creeps, just like reptiles give you the creeps.
Yeah. Well, they all give me the creep. Bugs, reptiles.
I don't like bugs.
I don't know. It's like you see these people, these snake handlers, and I know they're doing good things, and they got their office and shop set up, and they got all the different poisonous snakes in there, and they're making those anti-venoms and stuff, and milking those snakes every day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Like I say, it takes all different kinds in the world, though, to make everything click, man.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody wouldn't fool with them, we'd be in trouble. Somebody's got to make the venom, anti-venoms and everything.
Yeah. You know, what's funny is your logo that's right by my head. It looks like it's a picture on my wall.
Yeah, it does, though. Hey, did you see my neat little new thing I got? I don't know if you got in here in time.
I don't know if I did.
Got my little fish swimming
Cool.
there.
Yeah.
I had my other thing up. I have a mate with a pet Eastern Brown.
Oh wow.
6 or so. Deaf Adlers, red belly black, butane. Crazy.
Sound like your buddy's got a full blown zoo going on there.
I swear, man. TJC thought it was a picture. Yeah, I appreciate you having a picture on my wall there, Furlough. Did Stelia leave us?
Hey, grab a bottle of water real quick.
Or is he just chilling and listening? Al, appreciate you, GRB, Lori, TJ. I hate stupid people. Chewy, lunatic, man, appreciate you. Lori's Crochet Corner, appreciate dropping in this morning. Monster Fish Gal, man. Everybody make sure you got Monster Fish Gal. Still in you.
Yeah.
I got to get feeling better, hopefully. Jacob Kelly was in here. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but I appreciate Jacob. But I need to get in here and do some water changes, man. But I'm having to move so slow and everything. It's just... I don't know. Thank goodness it's no school today, though.
Yeah.
They called it off one more day, which I can understand. The get out on main roads okay, but buses still got to get in all the neighborhoods and everything.
Right.
No thanks. My shingleback lizard's non-venomous bite. Oh, even if they bite, I don't care if they're venomous or not. If they can open their mouth, man.
The only thing that's ever bit me is a parakeet.
Really?
Yeah. I can't stand birds. Like, I love the macaws, like the big parrots or whatever, but I mean, they have one at one of my local pet stores, and I walked by it. The damn thing grabbed a hold of my shirt with its beak and like crawled up on my shoulder.
Those things probably could do some damage. I
Yeah,
know they're louder and crap.
They could probably take a finger off. But no, we had a parakeet a long time ago, and that thing every time my wife would get it out, it'd be nice and friendly. But every time I stuck my finger in there, all it would do is try to bite me, and hiss at me.
We got two parakeets that Luke got and everything, and got them in there. We used to have cockatiels.
Mm-hmm.
And they was neat. They wouldn't talk, but they would whistle the Andy Griffin theme all the time because
That's funny.
Because they'd listen to me, I guess, watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And I got attached to those birds and everything. But boy, if you stick your hands in there to try feeding them, they'd bite at you like crazy.
Yeah, I don't like birds. If I could find one that didn't bite me, it'd be fine. But until that happens, I don't like birds.
Yeah. I don't know. I can still deal with the birds over a snake.
Like I said, I have yet to have a reptile bite me. Knock on wood. But,
Yeah.
Because that's what I was worried about with the snakes before my wife got one. Because before my wife got the first one she got, my niece had one that all it wanted to do was bite. So I was like, we ain't getting no snake in this house if that's how they are.
Well, I guess some of them don't really have big teeth or nothing, do they? Just more.
No, like the ball pythons don't. They don't have like the fang. I don't think they have like the fangs or whatever like a poisonous snake does. But I mean, their bite still hurts, but it's less traumatic, I guess you would call it.
Gonna volunteer to rehab local hawks. That'd be neat.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Wedge-tail eagles.
Yeah, you got that right, Steve. Snakes are like people. Most are good and nice. Some are a-holes. Yeah, you got that right.
It's like that and everything, I guess.
That one my niece had, though. I mean, I wish we would have been with her when she bought it because the pet store was telling her, oh, this is the nice one because there was two of them in there. This is a nice one. This is a nice one. Yeah. If that was a nice one, I hate to see what the other one that was in the tank with it was like.
They probably was wanting to get rid of it.
That thing would almost like bite at the glass if it saw your hand near the glass. It was just a ball python. Like, I don't understand why it was so. They probably weren't taking care of it right. It wasn't the pet store I go to now. It was a different one, and they've kind of slowly gone downhill. But
well, like I say, they was probably wanting to get rid of it and talked her into it.
Mm-hmm. I was a publicity agent for a few Toronto bands. In my tech days, I would mostly get bands out of Montreal or Vancouver.
What's your temperatures now, Furlough, since this?
I don't know. I haven't even checked. Let me go look at the one outside real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, you're good, buddy. You ain't gonna do that.
I can't look on my phone, otherwise it's going to kick me out of here.
You're good. I mean, I imagine it's warmed up pretty good for you now down there, hasn't it?
It was a little chilly yesterday morning, and then it got to where I could go outside without shoes on and not freeze, but because I don't wear shoes unless I'm out somewhere.
Yeah. I haven't even checked our temperatures. Yeah, we're 44 right now, man. That's good after fighting these 10 degrees just a couple of days ago.
If I had to say, I'd say we're in the 50s.
We're 44, but we're not going to get up to but 50, but tomorrow's going to be 62.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's probably close to 60 actually, and it's raining right now.
Well, I went down all the parking lots where they got the plows and plowed all the snow in the parking lots. They got big old banks of snow sitting everywhere. So it's even going to take them time to melt down.
Oh yeah, those are always the last to go.
Yeah.
Remember, everything could. I remember up north, like everything would be gone except for those big banks of snow, because I lived across the street from my elementary school when I was a kid, and that's all that would be left on that street for snow would be those big 20-foot mounds that the plows would make.
Yeah. When it all clears up, I got to get out and get the car washed. It's filthy. All that salt and stuff. Dan, great having you, Dan. 26 up there in Minnesota right now. And snow yesterday. Yeah, we had all that last week and getting down around the single digits, and I hope y'all keep it up there now, Dan. We're down there in Nashville and furloughs in Florida.
Say, I left the north for a reason. Keep that damn weather up there.
Yeah. But appreciate you coming in, Dan. You guys think all that snow is going to cause flooding problems? Man, I tell you, as much as a lot of them's been getting, I'm sure it will. Like Butcher and all of them up there and everything, it probably will be some flooding going on.
It never really caused flooding up where I was from. It just melts. Everything's wet for a while, and then.
But you take this as all we cross the Midwest this time, and
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about like y'all or where Amy lives. Getting all that snow, if it might cause a problem where y'all are at. But
normally we'll probably start getting a lot of rain now on top of it, and
but I know we never had a problem with flooding up there, as far as the snow goes.
Well, up y'all's way though, see, all of that is melting and coming down this way, down the Mississippi and Ohio and everything, but
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like we got flooding every year now just because of rains anyway, so.
Yeah.
It can mess your cars up.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't be nothing like up north, but yeah, it can eat your cars up, man.
Yeah, that salt, man. They throw salt down. I mean, that's terrible on the bottom part of your car.
Science gal, appreciate you coming in.
Morning.
Carrie.
Morning, Miss Carrie.
Jesse's we. Appreciate that, GRB. Carrie, I had an awesome time on y'all's stream last night, and once again, thank y'all.
Yeah, that was a good one last night.
It was a blast. And we sat around and talked for about 30 minutes, I guess, after it was over with. They're awesome people.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to remember, like, when I'm doing panels on my channel and stuff, like, to not go out all the way, because
I've thought about that too, because used to I would hang out. I actually keep forgetting about on StreamYard. You can end your stream and still hang out with your
yeah,
panel and stuff, and I forget about that a lot.
like my last couple of streams, I remember to do it because, like, when I had James on there, like, me and him talked for about 15 minutes after the stream. The one before that, me and Skipper hung around and talked for a little while.
It's fun to sit and hang out with your panel and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a blast. You're right. Appreciate you.
Like I said, I'm still new to the streaming stuff, so I'll get used to it.
Yeah, well, like I say, I got away from StreamYard for so long, and I'm slowly remembering things that I could do and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but it is neat to hang out with your guests and stuff for a little while and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I'll usually get on mine early, and then if somebody's in there, like, because Skipper's usually my co-host, so he's usually in there. We'll just sit there and chit chat for a little while before it starts.
Hey, Wash, thanks for coming in, hanging out with us. You stay safe and really appreciate. Great seeing you. Wash has been with me, one of my old timers, y'all.
Nice.
Make sure you got them. Color Guppies, great seeing you. Color Guppies, I don't get to see a lot, but Color's one of my members, y'all. Appreciate you, Color. So, TJ, you're over in Australia? I have 18C, so I don't know what that is. I need me a chart where I can look at stuff like it.
18 Celsius. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully this week will be better than last week. I had a very irritating week last week.
Yeah.
But I'm starting an interior paint job this week, so I'll be by myself most of the week.
Oh, really? You work by yourself on it?
Yeah, and my other two painters when they finish their job, they'll come help me finish up at the end of the week.
Southern Victoria, Australia, awesome. 64 Fahrenheit.
It's awesome.
For y'all, it is cool, ain't it?
I was gonna say that's cool for them.
Boy, they've been fighting the heat and everything.
Yeah.
Furlough, I got to wondering if I'd stop using the light as much on that 37-gallon, reckon it would kill some of that algae away.
It might, yeah. I mean, you can
Stop running my lights as much as I have been.
try cutting the light off on it. Like do a good water change on it whenever you can, and then turn the light off and like wrap it in a towel or a blanket or something for a couple days, and you should see a difference.
I got in there yesterday just for a few minutes with a credit card reaching over in there. It knocks it off, but man, it's still a job.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just cut the lights off and very minimal feeding, like if any, and wrap it in a blanket, and it should for like 2-3 days, and you should see a difference.
I know that's how I got rid of that blackbeard algae a couple times. I had it. I stopped running lights for a while. I like to get it cleared up like the rest of them. I
got one of the children awake. No, baby. Good morning.
I guess Catfish Mama, I appreciate her doing it. I wish she didn't do it, but she knows I've been feeling bad and everything. And I think Bailey got her up at 1:30 this morning and had to go out, and Catfish Mama didn't wake me and took her on out.
Yeah.
And I hate for her to do that.
No, the only one that got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom this morning was me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hat trick.
Morning, Joey.
Great seeing you, Joey. But I don't want the wife getting out there 1:30 in the morning. Like I say, I wish she'd woke me up. And now she's gone to work too, so that's rough.
I'm going to let her outside real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Great having you, Joey. Great seeing you. Hadn't seen Steph. I was hoping to see Steph in here. I don't guess Butcher was in here a minute with us. I guess he had to leave too. Hair still. Just got up, overslept. Got to get the stove going.
I overslept this morning. Usually up at 5, I got up at 6.
Believe me, I didn't want to get up, man. But like I say, I got up and slow stepped it to the coffee pot and inched my way in here. I want to get up, but don't want to get up. Al, buddy, appreciate you, Lori. Sweeney Creek. Great seeing Sweeney Creek. Bomber's better half. Appreciate you, sweetie. Yeah, great having you.
There's the other kid
around, but you got that right.
So there's the other kid.
Gonna be Sweeney's only half if he don't leave those snakes alone. No, I haven't, GRB.
Nope.
I'll check it out, buddy. Believe me, I'm behind on everybody here the last few days now. The older we get, the harder it is to get out of bed. It is, TJ, because that's the only time I'm not having any spells. If I lay real still, then you still have to get up in the middle of the night and everything. So, well, I almost messed myself up good the other night. I think it was Friday when I was feeling so bad. And I was laying on the couch. I stood up. When I did, I lost my balance and started going over top of the coffee table. And I just did catch myself before I went all the way down on it. And I got to watch it. My balance has been off and everything.
Yeah, you got to take your time getting up. That'll That'll put you down real quick.
If I ever get completely down, they'll have a hard time getting me back up. Because I went in there again yesterday. And I can't figure out, unless it's one of my koi catfish, but it looks like it's all the koi catfish in there too. But my half black pastels, one of the koi catfish was eating on some white meat in there. But all my pastels are still there. And I was trying to count all my kois. It looked like I still had all them.
Yeah.
But unless I did have one half, but that one half black pastel, she's been missing now for a couple months. Surely she wasn't still in there somewhere.
You never know. Even if something's like a blue, or like with my cichlids, like if for whatever reason one of them dies, like all the other ones in there will pretty much just like strip it, you know.
Yeah. When that one came up missing, I looked all in the tank, never could find it, and I figured it jumped out somewhere. So I feel for you, brother. I was fainting, and that's how they found my cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, TJ. Believe me, that stuff gets in the back of my mind and everything, because I had melanomas years ago and stuff, and it's something causes all the problems. I know that.
Telling you, if you're ever missing a fish, Terry, check your substrate.
Substrate?
I found quite a few like buried in the substrates. The other fish will bury them sometimes.
Oh, really? That's like that one of those cherry albinos. I never did find that fish. They fixed the lung cancer, but the chemo. I know it chemo. What does a lot of damage, ain't it? Takes you down. Yeah, and I heard the Oza mystery snails will eat up your dead pretty quick too, but maybe they had something buried in there, or maybe I had one more catfish than I thought. But he was eating on something in there yesterday. But anyways, I got down in the floor to look at it and everything, man. I like to never got back up, because I got that little tank sitting on like a hope chest, and it's down low. You have to get down low I always get down there to see if I got any fries or anything. I think I'm going to move that tank in here when I get my muscle racks and get it in here and stuff. Get it up off the floor more.
Yeah, it'll be good to get it up a little higher.
Yeah. My trumpet snail eats all the evidence. Yeah, I heard snails will. Y'all got 15 people in here right now. I want to run my members off here for a second. appreciate all y'all. Fish on.
Morning, Fish on.
Angler 2058. Great having you.
Morning, Angler.
But y'all, we're sitting on 41 members now. I'm blessed. All my great people and great members and everything. Anybody know how many hours Griffin went last night?
So.
So you got a whole house to paint?
Yeah. Good size one, too.
That trick.
And it's changing color, so it's going to take even longer because I got all kinds of funky colors in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have to put a keel on or anything to?
Just we get the paint store I get my paint from. They got like the paint primer in one. There's some good stuff.
20. I appreciate you. Have to go to bed. It's midnight here. Get you some rest and thank you for coming in. Appreciate you.
See you later, Sweeney.
Y'all get a chance, come in. I don't know it'd be early for y'all, but our Tuesday night panel tomorrow night. Yeah, Fish on. I'm feeling better than I was. That's for sure. I still having to move slow and deal with. If I get to moving too quick, I'll get out of breath for some reason. But it's a lot better than it was. Believe me, Friday was an awful day. It took me about 15 minutes to get from the mailbox to the house Friday evening.
Well, Terry, I think I'm going to get off here and try to get my day started.
Well, buddy, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me.
Of course.
Does anybody else want to come up and hang out with me, y'all? If not, I'll pray shut my stream down because it's a lot easier on me when I get somebody on the panel right now, the way I've been feeling and stuff.
Terry, try to get some rest today, though, buddy.
I'm going to lay around and take it easy, Ben. It ain't no school and stuff because I know it'll probably start back tomorrow. But
right,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries, Terry.
All right, buddy. I'll see you around.
All right, you take it easy.
All right. Yeah, Joey, you can come up and sing some bluegrass. There you goes to you.
What's up, Terry? How's everybody in the house doing?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy. I didn't really feel like leaving yet. Appreciate you coming up, but
yeah, I saw that, heard that.
It helps me out. Somebody up here, kind of way I'm feeling and everything.
Hello, what's up to everybody in the chat? Hi, Stephanie. Good morning.
Yeah, we got Stephanie, Hat Trick, GRB.
Yeah, Tactic. No, Fishon came on.
Don't worry about appearance, GRB. Great seeing you still. Are you working today?
Yeah, I'm up here in PA in Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know the name of the town I'm in. It's up in the mountains by some ski resorts.
Wow, Poconos up that way, maybe?
Further in.
Further in.
Yeah, about another hour in from Poconos.
You're up there with Foxy and all of them up there, Swampy, Foxy, and who else lives up there? Skipper.
The name of the town is called I butcher it. Laxo Waxen.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
that's what it is. It sounds like an Indian name.
Is that a lot of snow on the ground?
On the ground, yeah. On the roads are clear up here. They keep the roads clear up here.
Yeah.
I got stuck the other day up here. When I came up here, the GPS took me down a unpaved one way, and I don't have snow tires on my pickup, so I couldn't make it back out.
That's a bad feeling, ain't it?
It's like I was stuck there for 3 hours.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I was there till like 2:30 in the morning. My brother came pull me out, and then as soon as he pulls me out, we're coming out the property, and then the troopers show up.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacob's still with us. Does your brother live up that way?
Yeah, he lives up this way. He was about another 45 minutes away from me, so.
Wow, that's a good little drive. I had to come to rescue you.
Yeah, right.
2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's an adventure.
It can be rough, man. I got out. I got a 2012 Hyundai, and that's the first time I've really had any snow to get out and try it in. But I got out in it, and that little car done good. A Sonata, it drove good in the snow.
It's
Surprised me.
forward-wheel drive, right?
Well, no, it's front wheel drive, and
Yeah, that's what I mean. Front-wheel drive, forward. Yeah.
It surprised me. That's probably the first front wheel drive I have drove in snow, but it done really good.
Yeah, front-wheel drives will get you through the snow and stuff.
It really surprised me, and because used to I'd get out in that truck and stuff, man, I couldn't go nowhere. But dang, I didn't have much problem at all with it, and we had a big thick layer of ice under the snow and everything. But it was good to know that I could get out of the house if I needed to. Now, me getting out of the car after I stop's the problem.
Hey, Alan, yeah, you're right. My brother had a hard time finding me himself.
At how much snow was it? I know Foxy said.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow up here. Pardon me. There's a lot of snow up here on the ground and everything. Like you see around on the roads are clear, but there's a lot of snow up here. There's maybe about a good 18 inches of snow just sitting there on the ground.
That's crazy, man. She said it was a lot of snow. Up in her area, she talks like it's completely country up around there, and
everywhere's country up here.
They had 2 foot to 7 foot snow drifts and stuff.
Everywhere country up here is wells, septic tanks, propane tanks. That's what this is life up here.
Huh?
Firewood.
How far is that from where you live at?
From where I live at, it's probably an hour and a half or 2. Because I didn't come directly from my house over here. I detoured twice. I made 2 stops.
Really?
Yeah. I was at a job the other day, and when I got there, they said, "Yeah, if you want, you could take this ping pong table." I was like, "All right, thank you." They offered it up. I made a phone call and sold it for $1.50.
You can't beat that, man.
Yeah, so I delivered it up here. Since I was coming up here, I delivered it up here.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's good, man, when you get to run across stuff like that and everything. Yeah, the front wheel drive angler goes way better. It surprised me. That's the first time I drove one in the snow, and I was impressed.
Yeah, the rear wheel, all you do is tailspin.
Yeah. And I actually got a little goofy a couple times and tested it a little bit more just to see what it would do, and it handled real good.
No, it'll get you through. It'll really get you through, Terry, because you have the weight of the motor in the front, and then you also have your weight, your weight in the body. So it's like it's gonna grab even without snow tires. It'll spin for a bit, but you're gonna get through.
Yeah. It's but yet our mail, we still missed our mail 2 or 3 days. They couldn't get out. I thought mail always ran. That was the slogan back in the old days. Rain, sleet, or snow, you'd still get your mail.
I haven't rode a horse in so long.
My rode his head 60 degrees through.
In Puerto Rico, in the country where my mother was raised at, the way we ride the horses, we just put a piece of rug on the back, and that's it. Let's go.
Really?
Yep, we out.
You strap the rug down or anything, or you just.
Nope. Just put the rug right on top, and we out.
Wow.
Yeah, yep. No, nothing fancy. Nothing fancy around the thing. It's just a simple rope around in the mouth and around the face, and real simple.
I've done a little horseback riding, not much, but I always make sure they give me the most gentle horse they got in the stables.
I feel you.
Bring me out one of those slump backs or something. But I haven't rode them a lot. I don't like riding anything that's got a mind of its own.
You know what I want to ride that I see while I was up here? A snowmobile. I see signs of snowmobiles all over the place, and it has me wanting to jump on one.
That'd probably be a lot of fun, man. They're dangerous, so you got to be careful on those things, but they'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Has anyone ever ridden them?
I have never rode one. I'm sure Trick and them has. They should bring back Pony Express. It probably would do better. I don't know about any of y'all, but man, we still haven't got our checks yet.
I got mine with direct deposit.
Well, yeah, direct deposit. We was waiting on the regular paper checks, and they still ain't came out. But I've talked to some friends and stuff. They still haven't got theirs.
Mine's within the first week or so.
Well, that's the way my mom was. As soon as they started it, she got hers. But Carver and Coach, they just got theirs a week and a half ago.
I only got $300 or $600, whatever it was.
Yeah.
The lower part is like what happened with my kid. That's the part. Like
you supposed to get $600 for each kid you had too.
So that's I only received for myself. I didn't receive anything for my daughter.
Carver, he got $600 for himself and $600 for his boy. But you're supposed to get that.
When we come across money like that, extra money like that, what we do is just drop it into her account.
Yeah, well, that's what he does.
Yeah,
he puts it in his little boy's account.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do. At least they could have something. Because you got to recall, like, when we were younger at that age and we turned 18, 19, all that age, we didn't have anything, you know?
Yeah, you're right. And that's smart that he does it like that and everything. And you and everything, that's a good thing to do. But he's been doing that even, you know, when he's got anything, when he's going through the deal and everything, getting custody and different things, any money, he'd put it in his little boy's account. Or when he receives birthday money from his grandmother and stuff, he puts it all in there.
Yeah.
And that's good.
As a kid, it's easy. It's easier to ride bareback now. Oh my! I wouldn't imagine doing it. Imagine the pain.
Al said they do lots of snowmobile riding up here.
Oh.
No better way to spend a winter day. I bet you it would be fun. I used to have me a four wheelers, man. I used to take my four wheeler, load it up, and head out and just have a blast, spend all day four wheeling and everything. And I imagine snowmobiling be about the same fun. Yeah, we had to go to work and earn some money.
Yeah,
When we're growing up, you're right.
yeah. You're right, Angler. If she's gonna work, before 18,
Yeah. Well, it gives them a good start, Steve, when they get of age and everything, to have a little something to fall back on and stuff.
I'm gonna share something with you. My older daughter, she's 27 now, but when she was 18, she came to me. She was like, where's the money? Like if I had something, stashed away for her, like thing, and I felt so brokenhearted. I'm like, wow, I never even considered that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say like she wasn't like I would say expecting it, but not expecting it in a way. They're good kids.
Yeah.
Not like not like she was coming at me like a spoiled brat or something. You
Yeah.
know, and it hurt me. My gosh, it tore me apart.
Yeah, they got to think too, though. I don't know about you, but a lot of time growing up, man, I didn't have extra money to put back and save and or anything, trying to pay for the house and everything. So if you
That's what I
got
told him.
yeah, if you got it to put back for them, it's great. But it's a lot of people, just make ends meet, much less save. You'd love to save it for them and everything, but you got to do what you can do.
That's
But
society today's not built to save money. They want you to spend it all.
yeah,
Stop butcher.
What's up, still?
great having you, Butcher. But
No,
yeah, if it's any way you can put money back, man, it's awesome that you can do that and everything. And schooling, it's ridiculous if they want to keep going to school and everything. What kind of money it costs us and everything.
and I like how they expect these college kids that come out of these like really good schools to just be able to pay that debt off like it's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, some of these kids in college come out of school with $150,000, $200,000 worth of debt, and it's like that's going to take them 15 years to pay off.
yeah.
It more if they decide to even start paying it off.
Science gal, at right there, what you're talking about. I know it's a lot of fun and everything, but down here in the snow the other day, Friday, I think it was, a guy was pulling his 9-year-old kid and had a couple of his friends on an inner team pulling them on a four wheeler, and he slammed them into a mailbox, killed his 9-year-old son.
Whoa.
On a four wheeler, and man, if you're gonna get out and do that stuff and everything,
That's why you do that stuff in a field.
yeah, you do it in a field. Don't be out on a road or nothing, man. But man, I hate to even think what that family's going through now and everything.
Oh, wow. Makes me want to cry just thinking about it.
Then we had a 3-year-old who I might have told y'all about this. 3-year-old was sledding at a park here, and his mom was way down, was going to help stop him when he came down, but he came shooting through there, ran on off in the Harpard River, 3 years old. And the mom jumped in the river, and she jumped in, hit something shallow and everything, snapped her leg soon as she jumped in. They had to rescue both of them out of the river. but they're okay other than her having a broken leg. But man, that 9-year-old hitting the mailbox, man, that's awful.
That's why you don't do that kind of stuff unless you're in a big field where there's nothing else you can hit.
Yeah, so he's out just have his kids a good time and everything, but
Hey, I'm gonna jump off of here. Pardon me. I'm gonna jump off of here and I need the GPS. I'm gonna get back on the chat. Thanks for having me, Terry.
All right, appreciate you, buddy.
All right, later, bud.
All right. But you see those people, I've seen videos of them skiing behind cars going down the road and stuff, and it's crazy.
We did it with a up north at the girlfriend's parents' house. We did it with a side-by-side and a mattress. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was a side-by-side, a ski rope, and a king-size mattress.
Which we've done some crazy things growing up, and lucky to.
You ain't kidding. I'm lucky I'm still breathing with what we tried when we were kids.
Lucky still breathing, man. But that just hurts me over the 9-year-old and the parents and everything. And
it's just tragic. I know it's like a freak accident.
Yeah. It's just awful, man. I just hate hearing anything like that and hear it way too much. Do the same thing with boats. And, they do. I mean, like say freak accident, y'all. It's just a boy down here was in the back of a truck. This boy, he actually, about a year or so ago, he was actually wanting to take his life because he was getting bullied and everything. And he got over that and everything. And he was in the back of a truck here a few days ago when his buddy was in the truck. And he took off and the boy fell out of the truck and killed him and everything. It's just.
Remember that kid in the parade in the summertime too, Catfish? What was that? With the trailer?
Well, we had one back last Christmas here, a 6-year-old.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't summertime. Yeah, it was like the parade, right? He fell off.
Yeah, the Christmas parade.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's here in the county I live in, and he was his dad had him in the trailer, and his dad was in the truck pulling the trailer here, and the Christmas parade was starting and everything. His dad took off with pulling the trailer, and the little boy fell out, and he ran over his boy and killed him. 6 years old.
See, like stuff like that, it's just like it's unexpected and it's just tragic.
Yeah, just those freak deals, and you're just trying to give them a time of their life and having fun and everything.
Yeah.
Pond Predator Nation, appreciate you. Crystal Pets and Plants, thanks for coming in. I used to crash my sled into Surf's front door at the bottom of the hill.
Hey, there's GRB. GRB was hanging out with me for a while last night in the Bruins game.
Was he? Awesome.
Yeah.
Did Bruins win?
They did. They crushed them 7-3.
Awesome. Yeah, we're finally thawing out, Pond, and it looks like now the next 10 days I got predicted in the 50s and 60s.
You guys should go back up to where you usually are, right?
Yeah.
What's your winters like, Catfish? Like low 40s, high 30s all winter, or does it get that cold?
Well, anymore we'll have cold dips and everything, but man, we used to have some cold winters and everything, but anymore it's been pretty mild and everything.
Yeah, because I remember last winter it seemed like you guys were in like the high 40s and low 50s
pretty well the whole winter.
The whole winter, yeah.
Yeah, we had a mild one last year. But this past week, 10 days, man, we've been dealing with, I say cold, 10 degrees and stuff, and
No,
20s highs.
you guys have been, yeah. You get that. That whole part of the country has been way colder than normal.
Yeah. I know it's a lot of people a lot colder than that, but that's cold for us down here.
No, that's probably 20 degrees below what you guys are usually getting.
Hey, I hate stupid people. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us. Got 18 in the room.
Like I got a lot of friends in Texas, and I got a buddy who sent me a picture from Midland, Texas, right? Just south of Midland, and it was like I couldn't tell the difference between there and here. It looked the same.
Yeah. Oh, I know, man.
And they're never. That's maybe like once in a 20-year ordeal that they get, that they get weather like that. They're just that whole area, like their infrastructure and their buildings and everything, they're just not built to take that, like even their water system, like they're like the way their water system's designed. Like I know people that didn't have water for like 4 days.
Yeah, Texas had it rough, man.
And it wasn't even that much snow. It was like 8 inches,
Yeah.
It was under a foot.
Yeah, but they just not prepared for it kind of stuff. Al Westsock said me and my buddy riding on a upside down car hood pulled by his horse. David sitting on a bale of straw, king of the road.
Like I said, a side-by-side, a ski rope, and a king-size mattress, and a big field. That's how we did it up. That's how we did it in Maine.
Hit 6 a couple days here with 4 inches of ice.
See that they're actually that ice storm that you guys got, Catfish. I think that made its way towards us because today, for like 8 hours, we're supposed to get like 8 or 10 hours. We're supposed to get a lot of like that freezing rain and just ice.
Yeah, it's that ice what makes it so bad, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It sticks. The ice is what's really heavy. Snow is not bad. You can have 3.5 feet of snow on a roof before it starts to like even come close to like, structurally, putting it at risk. But like if you get like 6 inches of ice, on top of a roof, that's on top of like a roof or a building, like that ice is that water weight is what does it in,
Yeah, this past week we've had like 3 different boat docks, 1 to flip over and 2 to collapse this week.
And the ice too, like around here, like the with the Cape Cod Canal, the way it's designed, they have the big bridge pylons have these massive like steel. The best way I can describe it's like a steel wedge. You know what I mean? And they weld it around the bridge pylon, and it basically acts as like an axe to break the, because the big chunks of ice will hit the concrete pylons that hold the bridge up, and if you don't have anything protecting it, they'll you know what I mean? They'll do damage to it easily, because those ice chunks, weigh 4,000, 5,000 pounds at a whack. And if they hit it at any type of, velocity or get crunched against it, they'll do some damage. So around here, they have like a big, like concrete wedge in front of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know, man. I hate stupid people. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Pond predator, it builds up. It's like ice and then snow and then ice and then snow. And when you get layers of it packed on top of each other like that, it's like concrete. It's as hard as a rock. I had a Chevy S10 that I hit a snowbank. I hit black ice and I hit a snowbank with, and that snowbank was as hard as a concrete barrier, and it flipped it right over. It took the truck and literally threw it upside down because it was so, you know what I mean? Just instead of burying the tire in a snowbank, it basically just used it as a ramp. and rode right up it and flipped it over. When that snow gets condensed and packed together, it's as hard as concrete.
Yeah. That's what made it so bad here. That's the reason it's melted everywhere. It's pretty well, but in our neighborhood, the roads are still just treacherous because all of that ice underneath it. It's a lot slower to melt that stuff.
Oh yeah, because you have it in layers. Every layer has got to the sun's got to get to every layer, and that bottom layer usually doesn't get hit until last. That's why, like when we get snow around here, the plow trucks have massive sanders on the back, and as they plow the road, they're throwing thousands and thousands of pounds of sand and salt on the roads at the same time. Like that's why the roads up here take such a beating, because that's all they do is just. They put thousands of pounds of salt on these roads to keep them clear.
Yeah, and roads now, just this one snow, they're falling apart.
Oh yeah, because it's probably you guys they're probably not used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got potholes everywhere. Bateson, great seeing you. Doing pretty good so far.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't Catfish. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I'm sure you guys do. Though it's just like the areas that aren't used to it, they're just not built to take it.
Yeah. And now they're out trying to do quick repairs until they can fix it right and everything. But man, you can tear a car up quick on some of these potholes.
Oh, are you kidding me? Absolutely. People will break axles on like a deep pothole. If there's like a 6-inch pothole and your little front wheel drive, if that tire sinks in there at 40 miles an hour, you'll break an axle. Easy.
Yeah. Do y'all have a lot of asphalt roads, or do you have more concrete up that way?
It's 98% asphalt. The concrete doesn't last. My whole industry is concrete, Catfish. Trust me, it lasts.
So concrete don't last even as good as asphalt, huh?
Well, it doesn't, because you know what eats the concrete up is the salt. The salt doesn't eat the asphalt up as fast, but salt eats concrete up quick. Like
really, I didn't know that.
Oh, you're talking a 5-year lifespan. 5 to 8 year lifespan at most. And
it must be what's wrong with Birmingham, Alabama, then, because man, I hate driving through there. It's all concrete, and it beats you to death driving through that part.
It wears quicker than asphalt too. You know what I mean? It wears out. Like 95% of our work, Catfish, outside of like the masonry aspect, but is the concrete restoration. So it's basically the parking garage, the driving surfaces of all the parking garages here, because of all the vehicle traffic they see, all the wear and tear. The concrete wears out. It just wears out.
Dang, Pond Predators had finally got more salt here. At one point, they were selling 50-pound bags of table salt to throw out. It's crazy.
Well, the Home Depots around here, Catfish, they sell that stuff by the pallet. People, landscaping companies, and the cities around here, in the Northeast, they have their highway divisions have, those like prefab like tin garages, right?
Yeah.
They'll have like 4 of those, right? And inside those garages, they fill it. There's like a 40-foot high mountain of sand and snow, of sand and ice, sand and salt mixed together. And they literally just store it for the wintertime. There's like 4 or 5, like imagine those big garages just filled with sand and salt.
Yeah.
And every single year that gets they refill it at the end of the year, because we use it all. It's the amount of wear and tear that the environment does on buildings and structures up here where you get the bad weather up north. The atmosphere just beats on things up here.
TJ, I always thought about that too. It can't be good, all that salt and everything running in the rivers and everything. And
it ain't. A lot of our rivers are. It's not. A lot of our rivers are polluted, like really polluted.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that up there y'all's way. They say you don't even talk about eating fish or anything.
Oh, we can't eat. You can't eat stuff out of the rivers up here. No freaking chance. Not until you get like no, in Massachusetts and in Rhode Island and Connecticut. No way. No freaking chance. No
Yeah,
way.
that's
Even in
crazy.
well, you know what it is too. Catfish is the Mass, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Those our the like the industry back in the 1900s was all factories, right? And the factories were built on the rivers.
Yeah.
So these factories used to just dump their like sludge into the river, because the river would just wash it away. So there's like 3.5 feet, like in the Charles River, the main one that runs through Boston. There's like 3.5 feet of like radioactive material at the bottom of that river.
That's a lot of these places down here. They tell you not to eat the catfish because there's so much mercury in here and stuff.
Like they don't call it, you ever heard dirty water? The saying in Boston. They
Yeah.
don't call it that for no reason. You go swimming in the Charles, and you'll come out with like an extra toe in a week.
Yeah, I've heard that though.
No, it's a lot of the, and that goes for like all of New England too. A lot of their, if you look at it's like especially New Hampshire too, a lot of their factories were built on rivers.
We can go to the town barns and fill our buckets of salt and sand for free, Steph said.
Yeah, the town. Yeah, that's the same thing here too. Like with the, if you want like the salt and sand mix, you can ask the highway department and do. Most of the city's highway departments will let you back like if you got a truck, they'll let you back it up there and fill up what you need.
Chewy said factory pollution and too much tea from the Boston Tea Party.
Too much Bostonian. There's no such thing as too much Boston. I'm telling you, Catfish, you're going to get the full Boston experience one of these days, because when this blows over, I am coming out to Tennessee, and I'm going to terrorize the coach and Carver for like a week.
Like say, let's see you down here, man. Yeah, it's not funny about the salmon, man.
I'm already looking at hotels outside of Nashville. I'm already looking at prices.
It's
going to happen. One of these days, you're going to be streaming in the morning, and I'm just going to walk in on you.
That'd be awesome. Hopefully in shape to get out and do some things, man.
Oh man, you got to take me catfishing. We got to go fishing.
Go fishing. Need to go downtown, man. That'd give me an excuse to go down there. Something I ain't done in years, and Tootsie's Orchid Lounge and stuff.
I just want to see the main. I just want to see Main Street. I would just want to see Main Street and just
Broad, yeah.
And I want to do like, if I stay like a week or 10 days, which is what I want to do, I'd want to do like 3 or 4 of those days, like up in the mountains, like Gatlinburg.
I was going to say, man, if you're coming down this way, go up to the mountains for a few days.
That's what I was. Yeah, I wanted to stay in like Gatlinburg and just like, because that up there just seems like such a cool spot.
Oh man, it's I'd rather be there than downtown Nashville. Believe me, go to the mountains. And the river and towns used to have 3 feet of sludge floating on top. Dang.
Oh, they've cleaned the Charles up a lot, but it's taken like 30 years, 40 years to do it. When I was a little kid, that's when they started finally trying to clean up that Charles River, because it was those factories in Boston in the in the 18 and 1900s. They did a massive amount of like just all over Massachusetts and New England. Like the factories, that's all they did was just dump their sludge into the rivers. Like nobody eats fish out of our rivers. No.
That's crazy. Said the colors would change depending on what color paper they were making. It smelled so bad we would try to hold our breaths. Wow.
So we built a bus station, a new bus station. We did the masonry work on a bus station up in Worcester, and the site for where they were building the new bus station it was an old factory, and they knocked it down, and they kept the like concrete. They kept the like slab there. They ground it down and refinished it, but it was the original slab. But they knocked the building down. They took all the equipment out, and well, they had to dig down to re-level it. And when they started digging down, Catfish, I kid you not, there was like football-sized pieces of just like black sludge and tar, like mixed in with the dirt from the factory. Just don't, it was just like sludge that had just solidified over the years.
Wow, man.
It was $3 million worth of hazardous material removal that added on to the overall price of the bus station, because you can't just around here, like you can't like the hazmat department has to come, and they have to like assess what you have to do with it, because they'll take like a sample of it, and they'll analyze it, and they'll tell you what it is. Because if you can just, like, a lot of times they'll put it in like big 55-gallon drums and just let it age and turn into nothing, and then they can just incinerate it and burn it up, and burn it up after it's not toxic anymore. But that takes like forever.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's insanity. And if it's like radioactive stuff, you have to like combine it with concrete into a block and then store it a certain way. It's insane. Like I said, $3 million worth of hazardous material removal. It was crazy.
Unreal. Yeah, Pine Predator said your favorite. He first said Marshall's got to stop in Kentucky and hit the Bourbon Trail when you come down. Then he changed it, said Masso. Sorry, autocorrect.
Furlough. I don't know how far you are from Fort Lauderdale, but I want to go back there as well. I want to get back to Fort Lauderdale as well. I may try and spend some time there, maybe a long weekend or something. But Florida, Tennessee, and Arizona are on my list of places to get at.
Well, believe me, the Panhandles is beautiful in Florida. Yeah, he's a ways from Fort Lauderdale, but the Panhandles is beautiful, man. I don't know, man. I hope, like I say, hoping for a better year. It looks like it's headed in the right direction. I just hope it keeps going right. Butcher must be having to take care of some of his driving issues, probably. I'd love to see Australia, but I'll never see it. I could never get on a plane to see it, but I bet you it is beautiful over there. Virtually no pollution. Y'all are very lucky in those senses, man. Y'all, what I'm thinking about it, everybody make sure to go check Science Gal out, y'all. They had me in their stream yesterday. If none of you got to see it, check out Science Gal. They got an awesome channel. Carrie and Jesse, y'all. Really appreciate them. And y'all, we're trying to work on Big J and Swampy Acres playlist, y'all. They're needing their playlist, get their watch time knocked out. I was looking at their site, and they've been at this game since 2018, and they both got their 1K. They just need the watch hours. But they've been at Had it a long time, y'all. And be sure and take care of that lady right there, Monster Fish Gal. And while Butcher's away, I'm going to jump on share my members out again. Appreciate all my great members, y'all, and appreciate all of y'all. Big J's Fish Keeper, there it is. Needs watch hours. Appreciate it, Lori. Big J's actually closing in. I don't know what his hours was yesterday, but the day before he went from 700 to needing 550. Yeah, I've been running him and Swampy both, and Swampy still got a ways to go because he had to stop streaming due to some lawyer issues and stuff, so he got behind, but it won't take long to knock him out. It was an awesome time, Kerry. Really appreciate you. And like I say, y'all go check out Side Scale Aquatics.
And Terry, that is one of the things I want to do, though. I want to travel when this is all over with, because that's what me and the girlfriend used to do. Is we'd pick a spot every year and just go there. You know, we'd fly there for a week and we would just go and do it. But ever since this thing hit, we like once a year we would just do it. You know, that was our thing. We would take time off and just go pick a spot and go and you know, take a little vacation. But I'm telling you, when this is over with, we're going right back to doing it. Florida, Arizona, and Tennessee.
But that's something everybody needs to do, man. Get out and travel a week or two every year if they can.
Just we use it as just like, you need to get away from everyday life, just as a refresher, you know?
Yeah, believe me, that week can make a big difference, man.
And I know it might not seem like a lot, you know, because it's just like 7 days, but just getting away and just like.
TJ, it's watching their old videos and shows. It's you got to have 4,000 watch hours to. Once you get your 1K, you got to have 4,000 watch hours with YouTube to get monetized.
And not only do you got to have 4,000, but you got to keep it.
You got to maintain it once you get it. So it's very important, everybody watching everybody's stream. And y'all, it's very important to me and Butcher and Science Gal, people who's already monetized, man. Appreciate y'all watching the commercials and leaving comments.
I tell people all the time, because a lot of people say like, oh, like, you don't know how many times, like, well, I'm sure you get it all the time too, Catfish. It's like, oh, well, I wish I could donate, but I just don't have the money to. And I tell them, look, if there's 2 15-second commercials, watch them both, because all we need as creators for the ads is you to watch 30 seconds of one. That's it.
30 seconds of commercials, and you're
and we get credit, and they give us money. That is an actual financial gain for us. They will give us money for you, and they give us money and credit for you watching the full ad. But that's all it is, though. If you could just watch 30 seconds of one, you're doing the same thing as the super chat.
You're a super chat, you're a member and everything if you can just watch 30 seconds of their commercials.
Yeah, it's a lot, and you'd be surprised how many people don't know that.
I know it does.
Aware of that, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube's rules and all their regulations, they're kind of complex, and I think they do it.
They are.
They do it for a reason too, you know.
And now, like I say, you got to maintain those 4,000 hours, which I can understand that. It's
Well, see, they did that because the people who can maintain that are the ones that are, you know, those are the ones that are putting the time and effort and
yeah, working for it.
yeah, that's why they did that. Because before people would just get, you know, they would get the monetization or whatever it was. They would do the work, and then once they got it, they would just say whatever and and just stop caring, you know.
Yeah, and it's a lot of them out there got
Yeah.
it and got their videos and just walked away from it and trying to draw what money they can. But now the 4,000 hours, like I say, it makes the ones who work for it.
Because I did some math and some figuring, right? 4,000 hours, you need to have at least at every like live stream you do. You need to have at least, this is just my math and my figuring. You need to have at least, at the very least, 10 people watching you on a live stream for like 3.5 minutes. That's what you need. That's what you need.
Yeah.
It's so, you know, if your like average watch time is 3.5 minutes and you have at least 10 people in a live stream with you, then you could maintain or come close to that 4,000. But that's not easy. That's a task.
Steph, you're exactly right. And Angler, like I say, I can't afford to be members. I can't afford to do super chats, but let YouTube pay for it, the ones who can't afford it. The ones who can, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. But the ones who can't, watch those commercials and let YouTube pay us. And it's just like a super chat, like I say.
Concept. It's a financial gain for us. It's the same thing as donating, except instead of donating money, you're just donating time.
Yeah.
It's the same. And if you like, just by watching us too, like the YouTube's like sweet spot is like 3.5 to 5 minutes. So if you can watch, if you got 3.5 to 5 minutes that you can watch a live stream for, then stay in there for stay in there for 5 minutes. There's all little tips and tricks that you can do if you can't help a creator out financially. There's all little tips and tricks. The longer you watch a creator, the longer that watch time, that like average watch time per person thing goes up, you know.
Yeah.
And if that is way up, like let's say that this person's average watch time is like, this average watch time per person is like 5 minutes. That's really good. YouTube will push that person up in the algorithm because people enjoy watching their content. You know, they watch it for a long time. Watch time per person now and watch time overall has become very important to the YouTube algorithm.
And I was guilty of it when I first started YouTube, and I'd skip a commercial in a heartbeat and stuff. And then once I've learned this and everything, man, I watch the commercials. And yet, now I know you can't watch all the commercials. Some of them's ridiculous, an hour long and everything.
That's why they say just 30 seconds. So
yeah, 30 seconds of it. Just watch 30 seconds of it.
And then hit the skip button. But just wait till you get to the 30-second mark. You don't have to watch the whole 5-minute ad. Just wait till it hits 30 seconds and then just skip it.
But I have watched a few of the whole 50 minutes, 1 hour ones. Once you get to watching it, there are a lot of them is where they're debuting a show or something.
Yeah.
Like I'll get to watch it and actually wind up getting interested in it and everything. So
yeah. I've done that. There's been a couple of things where I've watched like some 10-minute ads and I'm like, hey, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and they'll be debuting a new show or something on some of the long ones. But
another thing too is like not only like if you like the content, you know, like subscribe to whoever, but like the comments mean a lot too. So if you like if you genuinely like the content, like leave the creator a comment, you know, like comments, all of these little, the more comments, the comments are interaction with the channel, and the more interaction with a channel that, you know, that you're there's all these little tips and tricks, like leaving comments helps the creator out as well, you know what I mean?
It does. Hey, Butcher Furlough's got a good one. What about when you have YouTube Premium and don't get commercials? Does YouTube make up for that?
No, they do not. Nope.
So we get robbed that. Drop your premium, y'all.
No, they do not make up for that.
Drop that premium, y'all.
You're paying YouTube so you don't have to watch them. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah. You're paying them extra money.
But like I said, the likes, the share, any type of interaction with the channel. That's how you help. That's, if you can't watch the commercial, then that's how you help the creator. There's everything. YouTube is, don't let it fool you, right? It is a video interaction platform. That's what the interaction with the channel. So any way you can get people to notice that channel, that's what helps.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube was built on. Video, interacting with other people making videos. That's the general core of the site. And that's what the algorithm is like based off of. It's the interaction with whatever content is being put out. The more interaction, whether it's positive or negative, that's what people don't understand. It's like, if you drop a dislike, you're actually helping the channel out.
You're helping.
The worst thing you can do is watch a video and do nothing. Literally watch a video for like a minute and then do nothing. Don't you know what I mean? Don't do anything with it. You know what I mean? Don't comment. That's the worst thing you can do. If you, like, these people that drop dislikes, I just laugh at them, because it's like, thanks a lot. You know, thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, it's good, Pine Prutter. But like say, the thumbs down, thumbs up, either one, man. It don't matter, just one of them.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. That's what people do. That's what these like trolls that come in here and they think, oh, I'm just gonna drop 25 dislikes with my 25 like sock accounts that I have. YouTube, guess what? For all those trolls out there, and I know there's probably a few that watch your channel on the daily, right?
Yeah.
You, like, just by you sitting here stewing in your mom's basement watching this channel, right? And hitting the dislike, YouTube knows when you have, you know, stock accounts, and when there's 25 dislikes from the same IP address, guess what? They're going to take that away. They'll take 25 dislikes away. So all these trolls are they're fighting a losing battle, because YouTube has ways.
Well, it just makes them feel good, though. They make them feel good, think they're doing something in life.
If y'all want to see how to handle a troll the right way, come into my stream.
Go to Butcher.
Come into my stream and watch me how I handle a troll. That's how we handle trolls.
Stephanie, I'm not lying though. It seriously does not bother me to get a thumbs down. And it never has bothered me and never will bother me. One, everybody's welcome to their own taste. And two, they're still in here watching me. And three, at least YouTube knows it, and getting the thumbs down, it helps us.
Furlough, those fart sniffing boogers living in their mom's basement at 35 years old. Dude, those little troll nerds.
They're 35 years old, sitting in their mom's basement in their whitey tighties with a blow up doll sitting beside them.
Oh God, they crack me up, because it's like the algorithm does everything. It's all like, do they really think that like they're gonna get away? Oh, I'm gonna make this dude feel bad.
They think they're going to shut their sites down, and what makes me mad It's the people like USA live streaming them who lets it bother them. And it does shut some of them down practically and everything.
Catfish, you hear me?
Yeah, why
All
let
right.
it bother you? I mean, my goodness.
Oh no, you can't. You
Yeah,
literally.
something's in the attic. Hey, I got a video. I'm going to find that video and get it reposted, and you'll actually feel sorry about trolls once you watch my video, y'all. They're misunderstood.
They ain't misunderstood. They can misunderstand this band. They can misunderstand this band hammer.
I actually feel
hashtag
sorry for them. They're misunderstood.
Hashtag whack-a-troll.
Pine Predator, it's been fun, buddy. I appreciate you. Definitely be back. I hope so, buddy. I appreciate you. Be safe,
They really do think like they're gonna like ruin your day.
they think they're just gonna crush you, man. And it kills me to see somebody like USA or somebody let it bother them, man.
Yeah, I know.
Man, as long as you're in here watching and everything, I love it.
Oh, I know for a fact, Catfish, for an absolute fact. I have like 5 trolls that I've banned from my channel that watch every stream I get. I know for an absolute fact that I do.
I know too. Like I say, they think they got me food and everything. I know they watch every one of my streams from start to the end and just sitting there and enjoying it.
Sitting there in their mom's basement, steam coming out of their ears, typing in the background because nobody can see or hear them.
And they're feeling so bad because they can't come up and be part of the stream and everything.
Oh, they like.
But you know, that was y'all's fault at the beginning, y'all. You'd be up here with us if you'd act like a normal person.
And when somebody comes in there, right, and like they're acting like troll-ish, and I'm like, because I can usually sniff them out pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll give them like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'll give them 5 minutes and just let them like,
Good morning, buddy.
And I'll tell them like, I'll just tell them, I'm like, look, man, you know, you seem like a troll. You act like a troll, but I'm gonna give you like 5 minutes. And if my community in here is pretty cool. We just hang out and chill, and we do our thing. You can come in, you can hang out and chill with us in the chat and just be cool, or you can continue acting the way you're acting, and one of my mods will just drop a hammer on you, and we'll see how you feel.
You actually beg for trolls, Butcher, while you got yours set up, and I think you have a lot of crows to come
I got a lot of friends
on the ban land.
I got a lot of friends that they'll tell trolls exactly what they think of them. I even have my own airlines for the trolls.
Yeah, you got a lot of people come in there just to get thrown out for yours. I hate stupid people. Thanks for popping back in. But anybody think you're hurting me, though, believe me, I appreciate you, to be honest with you.
They just don't get it. Like they think that they do everything they do to get a reaction. And when they don't get that reaction that they want, they get all mad because it's just like, oh, it's not affecting him the way I want. Nope.
Well, Butcher, when they say they're not bothering you, I still might get 1 thumbs down or something. I might get 7 or 8 today, but I still get about the normal 1. Like, I don't know where it's not coming from, but you get the normal 1. But
I usually get about 3 to 4 because I know exactly where they're coming from too. I know exactly where they're coming from.
But they see it don't bother you, and they up and leave, and you see them over pounding somebody else 15, 20. thumbs down stuff because they know they're bothering that person. They want to be where they know they're bothering somebody.
Oh yeah, that's because they hate their own life.
Yeah.
So they want everybody to hate theirs too.
But I welcome you. If you want to come hang out with a catfish, I welcome you. Just be sure and hit that thumbs down button where we know you're in there. I want YouTube to know it.
I know for a fact that there is like 4 to 5 trolls that I've banned from my channel that I know they watch every single stream that I do.
Oh yeah, no doubt. They are still enjoying our streams, and it makes me feel good that they come back and do enjoy our stream.
Oh, I thank them for the watch time hours.
Yeah.
Thanks for the watch hours, big guy. Appreciate that.
Because if you got 10 trolls, man, and they watch a full live stream, man, you got some watch hours out of that.
The trolls could put my watch time up alone. I wouldn't need anybody else.
Yeah, well, that's right. I grew up doing beauty pageants. No troll compares to those comments and experiences. That's exactly right, Kerry. Hey, shoot you, you ain't lying, Chewy. I mean, a thumbs down. Believe me, YouTube don't care if it's thumbs down or thumbs up, man. It's when you're not getting views or comments is what's hurting you. YouTube don't want to fool with anybody who's not getting no thumbs up or thumbs down. They're wanting people in your streams. That's the reason these Jerry Springer shows and everything are such hits, man. People loves watching shows and hating and everything.
Catfish, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I gotta go off mic.
All right, buddy. Carver family. Great seeing you. But deep down, trolls, we want you to know we still love you. Feel sorry for you, but we love you. How's it going, Carver? I believe one of my thumbs down might be Catfish Mama. I don't know. It seems like when she started, got her phone, I started getting thumbs down. Blah. Bless their little hearts. Yeah, their little pea picking bones. Trolls make the world go round, man, just like everything else. You think it bothers football teams because they got all the haters against them and everything and stuff? They take their money just like they will the rest of them. Actually take your money a little quicker and not feel as bad about taking it. I wish I'd go over there and buy some coffee cups. Y'all, we still got 10 people in the room. I appreciate you. Peplin, buddy. Great seeing Peplin. I see if I got one more yeehaw left in my machine. Yeah. That thing been sick a few days. It let my batteries build back up a little bit. I need to get me a rechargeable yeehaw. Peplin, I hope you're doing good. Be happy to have you up on the panel, buddy. But it's been a great stream. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 7 minutes. And I know Father Fish is going now too, y'all. So he has just started. So it's been a great stream and everything. Maybe I should get off and I don't know how much longer Father Fish is going. I ain't got to hear. I was in there yesterday and I don't know how much longer he's got to go with his shop or anything. Does anybody know? And I just wondered what he's going to do after his shop closes, if he's still going to live stream or what. Peplin, I feel pretty good this morning. I woke up, little breathing problems, but not too bad. That happens when I sleep all night. Seems like it builds up on your chest. I'll give me some rechargeable batteries. I appreciate that. I meant to get on here. I've been meaning to get on here and do it, and I haven't done it. But this little rascal, man, it's a little thing, but I think that if I'm right, Carver, I can't remember. You got to take the screw, take the back off. I think that thing takes like 4 watch batteries. It uses some batteries, 3 or 4. But I found out at Amazon you can buy like 12 of them in a pack and at not a bad price. Lori Fish Gal still with me? But I mean, if y'all want to go over and hang out with Father, I understand y'all, and I appreciate the ones who's still with me and everything. But we've had furlough, and we've had some great people in here this morning. Got Science Gal been in here with us. I don't know if it's just Jesse or just Carrie, or if it's both of them. You find here I hate. I don't mind sitting around a few more minutes. If anybody, like I say, just give me a couple people, man. I can make a stream out of it. I'm not greedy. I got 1, 2 people to talk to. I'm good. I love all of as many as I can get, but hey, I can treat one person or two just like I can a whole stream. Because that's what I was telling Carrie used to, it's kind of like talking to your neighbor or your friends or something in real life, as long as you got somebody you can sit and have a cup of coffee with and talk to. I would like, if I get Butcher back on the panel or something, I would like to get me a little more coffee if a couple of y'all still want to hang around for a little while. Chewy Buddy, Lunatic. I will stay not watching Father Fish now since he let Mary and Cassie go. Yeah, I haven't seen Cassie in a while. I was hoping Cassie start coming back in here. Is anybody seeing her in any streams? That's the reason I need somebody on the panel. If I get talking too much, that's when I start having my breathing problem. Hey, Lunatic, Chewy's one got me meet all these fish family and everything, and I appreciate them. John, buddy, how you doing? It's still yeehawing, pushing my luck. Appreciate you, John. I normally pass out when stream's running anyhow. Uh, Probably so, John. But like I say, I told her she's more than welcome in here. I'd love to have them all up on my panels, man. I'd feel like a big shot to have all those women all up on my panel and just let me sit back. Because believe me, they draw the people in here in any stream. I think if we could ever get Lori up on the panel, my stream would skyrocket. But as I was saying earlier, y'all, if you didn't get to see Science Gal, please go over there and check their streams out. And not just me being on it. She's got great ones, Furlough and everything, and great people on their streams, and some beautiful tanks and stuff too. Dallas County Scratcher, buddy, how you doing? Doing pretty good. Great having you in here. Butcher had to step away for about 5 minutes. Paplin, appreciate you, buddy. Trolling earlier, doing duck stuff. Boy, Kenny and them had another awesome stream last night, Danikin Aquatics, man. I get a kick out of you're more than welcome, Science Gal. Thank you.
I'm back.
There he is. But Kenny and Danny, man, their streams is a ton of fun, man.
I got it. When does Danikin? When do they go live?
On Sunday nights it's 8 Central. On Friday nights they're doing a 9:30 Central time now. But if you haven't ever been in any of them, Butcher, man, they was calling it damage control last night, but Kenny gets carried away and Danny's all time trying to soften the story a little bit. She has tried keeping Kenny under control.
That reminds me a lot of how I am with my girlfriend. Because I'm a lot of Boston to handle.
Yeah. You go in there and watch her stream. Danny's all time trying to make his stories a little softer than they are and stuff. And some stories she won't even let them tell.
Yeah, I've been there. I've had a few of those.
Hey, Butcher, you gonna be here a few minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. I am sitting in Boston traffic at the moment, so I got nothing but time, Catfish.
Could I step away a second and get me a cup of coffee, and I need to use the restroom?
Go for it.
All right, I'll be right back, y'all.
Go for it. See if I can entertain the fish fam for a little bit. I would tell you all a story, but this channel tends to be more PG, and a lot of my stories aren't very PG. So we might have to leave that one alone. John Larson, the Bruins are playing great. Yes, they are. That was a phenomenal game yesterday. They took apart the Flyers defense. Absolutely just took them apart. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Where's Swampy at so I can rag him a little bit? Where's he at? He's usually in here. Yeah. John McKenzie, we put together $250 for Wounded Warrior. $250 were the final numbers. I tell you one thing, that was an ordeal, man. 24 hours of great playing that video game. That was a lot of fun, but that was a long time.
Appreciate it, Butcher.
Yeah, we raised $250 the other night.
Yeah, you raised how much, Butcher?
$250 for the Wounded Warrior Project.
That was awesome what you was doing, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna do that more often.
That was awesome, man.
We may not do the 24-hour ones. We may do 12s, but we're definitely gonna do that as the channel gets bigger and bigger. We're gonna do that more often.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
But yeah, the final numbers came in last night. They were $250 raised for Wounded Warrior.
Hey, believe me, it don't sound like much, but I tell you, if a lot of people could do it really adds up. And
that is a if you guys don't know, Wounded Warrior Project is a great charity.
Yeah,
they help those guys find jobs. They help them with prosthetics. They help them with physical therapy. That is a great charity. It's probably one of my favorites to donate to.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I mean, there's a lot of military people in my family, so like it you know, like it kind of hits home for me. So
John Larson, every morning now when I get up, I look for NBA trade news. Well, it's going to start getting about that time. It's going to start being a lot of NFL news, ain't it?
Yeah, the March 17th, the league year begins, I think. March 17th.
Yeah.
So we're like a month away.
Yeah, we're not far away, man. And I think they're actually going to have the draft in Cleveland this year, ain't it?
I think so, yeah. I think. Yeah, I try and help out whenever I can.
That's awesome, buddy.
I mean, my cousin was a Marine, and he was in Afghanistan, and he was wounded in combat. He pulled two of his he pulled two of his buddies to safety with they got ambushed. He was in a bad area. They got ambushed, and he pulled two of his friends to safety. He was he was he lost a lot of hearing. I think a RPG blew up like 10 feet from him. He's got like 80% hearing in one ear and like 20% in the other. And he was like, it was wounded in combat, and it was basically saved two of his buddies, two of his squad mates there, but he couldn't. He couldn't. He was trying to go back and get the other guys, but his buddies held him down, and he watched three of his friends die. So, I mean, stuff like that. That's he got the Purple Heart and some other awards and stuff like that. But like, he's told me before, he's like, I would give every award I have back to have my three friends back too. You know?
Oh, no doubt, man.
But you'd be surprised how often stuff like that happens to these young kids. Because he was like I think 20 at the time, or 20, maybe 22.
Yeah.
And that stuff's traumatic. I mean, that's not easy to go through.
Oh man. And like I say, every little bit helps, man.
Catfish, he was telling me in the summertime out there, it's 110 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. 110 at 10 o'clock at night.
I've heard of that. Yeah. It's just hard to imagine what they go through and everything, man. You can't picture it in your worst nightmare and stuff.
I mean, Tank Tribe, they were ambushed. They were in a bad area. They got ambushed, and there was a whole convoy, and he was, like I said, he did everything he could to try and save the rest of his buddies, but it just they had to hold him down, because he would have gone back there and he would have sacrificed his life to try and get his two other buddies, his three other friends out of there. But he dragged, and I mean dragged, two of his buddies to safety, like, wounded and everything. He dragged, taking concrete, there was, explosions and bullets and just stuff flying all around him. And he dragged two of his friends they owe their life to him. Two of those guys owe their life to him. And it was just, it took him, Catfish, and I mean years, probably 10 years to get over that incident and to just be able to like cope with it.
I can imagine.
He was bad. He was in rough shape for probably 10 years, but he's, imagine a young kid having to go through that. It's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Bradley, appreciate you, buddy. Are you still in Panama? Lunatics got you some, hey Butcher, here's some Boston trivia that you may not know. What Canadian lead singer had Harry Sidden as a godfather?
Oh, give me... I don't know that one. Lay that answer on me. I have no idea.
Yeah, their temperatures are unreal over there, John.
It was 110 at 10 o'clock at night, and the sun was down. Like it's he told me it's like 130 degrees there during the day in the summertime. It's rough over there, man. Don't get it twisted in any way, shape, or form. Our men and women that are overseas and in the desert in Iraq, Afghanistan, that is desert, man. That is desert at its purest form. It's hot and it's nasty.
Yeah. Carmen, what do you want? I'll be right back. Butcher, I think she's wanting some water or something. Tank
Tribe, it's scary, man. It's scary. it took him years and years to get over it, or not even get over it, just be able to cope with it. Just be able to cope with it.
Knock my camera off.
Yeah, that's Tank Tribe. It's sad. Like I said, it took my cousin probably 10 years of therapy just to be able to like cope and deal with what he saw and had to go through. It's these guys over there are not having. It's not fun for them. Those deployments in the desert like that they're not fun.
John said the hidden wounds are the worst.
Oh yeah, they are. The wounds, the scars that you can't see. I had another friend over there. He went over when they first started fighting, and he told me that he had to they ran once again ambush situation. They get ambushed, and he was like, the craziest thing about all this is that not only is it like adults that are shooting back at you, these 7 to 10-year-old kids look at you with pure hate in their eyes. And he said his platoon, his squad put down a little like a group of people that were shooting back at them, and kids picked the rifles up and started shooting back at them, and they were like, I don't know, 10, 12 years old. And he said, you gotta, if they're shooting back at you, they're unfortunately that's part of what this is. And he said he had to down a 12-year-old kid, 10 to 12-year-old kid.
Oh, I know. It's crazy, man. I tell you.
Well, thank you, Bradley, for serving the community as a firefighter. I know I appreciate it. First responders, man, y'all are the reason why I personally sleep well at night.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I know we have a police force, and I know our first responders, police, fire, and EMT, I know they're looking out. So that's personally why I sleep well at night.
Let's see. I want to do something right quick, y'all.
Yeah, it's Tank Tribe. It was tragic. He's a lot of my friends that are lifers. I have like 5 friends lifers in the military. Like, they'll be there forever, and they talk about their experiences in war maybe once a year, maybe, and you're lucky if it's 5 minutes long at the most. They just don't talk about it, because they know it's already a crap sandwich. They already know how bad it is over there. They don't need to recount it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, y'all, everybody make sure you got this channel right here, y'all.
Hey, John Larson, that's why I donate to Wounded Warrior, because they help with that stuff. You know what I mean? They help with that stuff. So Our veterans deserve the world, and we deserve to give it to them.
Nah, that's for sure, buddy. But everybody, make sure you got this channel here, Monster Fish Gal, y'all. She's so underrated in all of our streams. She's constantly sharing everybody's links out, y'all. She's at 250 pineapples now, and she should all ready to be 1K.
But that's why do you think like our like police, fire, EMT, military, all that stuff is all like the U.S. is such a great country because all that stuff is volunteer. People aren't forced to pick that community service job as a profession. They voluntarily choose it.
I know, and then they'll protest and want you to do away with it and everything. And man, what kind of shape would we be in without them?
That's what I'm like. The first responders are the reason why I sleep well at night. I know if there's somebody coming to hurt me.
Man, when everybody's running from it, they're running in.
Well, I mean, you could try and come and hurt me. I got 10 rounds of buckshot that can run faster than you. I mean, you could try and come in my house, but I'm not going to make you any promises that you might
You're
make
more
it in.
welcome.
You might make it in, but I'm not going to make you a promise that you'll make it out.
Peplin, appreciate that, y'all. Everybody just don't forget to give Monster Fish Gal, make sure you got her, but man, give our mods kind words and everything because believe me, they're helping all of us grow by the way they keep sharing everybody's channels out and everything.
And see, like, here's I'm just because your channel is based off of one thing, like I'm a sports channel, right? But like at the heart and core, dude, of me as a person, I love the outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking, So like a channel like yours, Terry, is just it's perfect for me to just hang out, in my off time when I'm not doing what I do on my channel.
I appreciate you, Butcher. You're just like Coach Blaze, man. I wish Coach could hang out with me more, but I know he's busy and everything.
I understand. Coach is busy though. That dude has a lot.
Football never stops for them, man. And,
absolutely. When I coached, I knew exactly how it was because I coached it too. It was you eat, sleep, and breathe that sport when you coach it.
But I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me and everything like you do and everything. And I try getting in yours anytime I can find out your own. I try getting in, at least lurk around and everything, which most time you got so much going on in there. It's hard to keep up with everybody anyway. So it's mainly lurking and listening to the games and stuff. But you got awesome stream, buddy.
But that's what I mean. Like just because just because your YouTube channel is based on one thing doesn't mean that you can't like hang out in that interests you, that you find interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in my off time, I'm either on the water or in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Big J's Fish Keeper, appreciate you. Yeah, just because I'm Catfish Terry, people comes in thinking it's a catfish stream, but it ain't. It ain't catfish. It ain't all fish tanks. It's everything, man. Everyday life, man. I just love sitting here and
just talking. Yeah, whatever.
Enjoying everyday life, whatever it brings, whatever anybody wants to talk about.
If I come out, I shouldn't say if. When I come out there, we definitely got to do us some catfishing. I want to get my hook into a big flathead.
Hey, we'll go get after them. Biggest reason I ain't been, well, right now I ain't been in shape to, but biggest reason I don't get out there like I did, Butcher, is because of my health and stuff, and it's just rough going by yourself anymore.
I'll take care of that. I'll drive. Don't worry.
And then the boys, they're so busy. Well, I mean, I can drive, but just being out there, man, it wears me out anymore out there, especially walking on these rocky banks and you're fighting a big fish and you're trying to land it by yourself and everything. But
Well,
the boys are so busy anymore, it's hard to get anybody to go with me anymore.
I could imagine trying to land one of those big flatheads like alone. That's got to be a trip.
It is. It's really rough on an old man anymore. Used to, it didn't bother me, but I can't bend over and tie my shoes no more.
No, I can imagine, man. Never
And
mind yanking the fish out, but just like fighting it and doing what you got to do to keep the thing, from running around and getting all snagged up in the, all that stuff.
And I know the writing's
It's an
on the
ordeal.
wall because I got out there and failed 3 times last year, and I'm worse shape now than I was last year. So I know I got to start thinking, being more careful and everything. But we'll get out and go, buddy. You make it down here. We'll get out and go after them.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to get after some big flathead when I get out there. Oh yeah.
Laurie, appreciate you. But I tell you, I'd love to make the trip up Gatlinburg with y'all, meet y'all up Gatlinburg. That would be a fun time.
It is. There is. Yeah, like that is one spot that I want to get to. I want to get up into the mountains and just kind of because I've heard like Gatlinburg and that area up in the Smokies is awesome up there.
It's beautiful, man. Like I say, if I could do it, I'd live 6 months in the mountains and 6 months in the panhandles of Florida. If I could live my dream out.
Because isn't like Gatlinburg right along the river?
Yeah, right in town they got this. It's called the river, but I mean it's full of trout and everything. But it's actually a stream, But they call it the river.
Yeah.
But and two up that way, man. You can go back in the Dragon's Tail or something on the way up there, man, and back in there is actually where the Burt Reynolds movie was made, Deliverance and stuff.
Yeah, that's where they shot all that. That's where they shot all those scenes, right?
Yeah, and it's beautiful back in there, man. It's an experience.
It's definitely, like I said, 3 places: Arizona, Florida, and Tennessee.
Well, y'all went to Arizona year 4 last, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got it. Arizona is a lot easier though because we got family out there, so it's like I can just that's
y'all
easier, a lot easier. That's
and,
easier, a lot easier logistically than Florida and. But yeah, Butcher I shouldn't say maybe. He's going to be on the move when this stuff blows over.
I tell you, man. But y'all flew to Arizona, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep. We flew. Yeah. It's a long flight for us, man. It's cross country. It's like 5 hours and 45 minutes in the air.
Yeah, that's a long time by plane, man.
Yeah. No, it's like a week long. If you drive, it's like 5 or 6 days. I think 5 days on the road if you drive.
Yeah. I always wanted to go out west and had plans. I always talked about it, but growing up, the kids would rather go to Florida than go out west, so we never did make the trip or anything. Then once they get grown now, I'm not in shape to get out and travel like that.
I tell you, California, like the San Diego area of California is beautiful.
I'd love to see it.
It's 75. It's like 75 to 85, 90 year. Like that area in San Diego is beautiful year round. You can't ask for much better weather out there. It's tough to beat.
Yeah, I would really love to see it. Lisa's dad, they went like 3 times out that way, twice on their Harley and once in a car, I think. So they got to experience it.
John, I used to do that for the charter boats. I used to see, so like for us, like on the charter boats, we would take people fishing, and a lot of the times the nighttime tides, the nighttime tide shift would be when we'd catch the trophy stripers. That's what the trophy stripe bass. That's what we were going for. But you'd have to, like, I would literally be up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be pulling off the dock at 3:45, 4 o'clock. So when we're getting to the fishing grounds around the Martha's Vineyard in Nantucket and the islands, we'd be getting there right. I mean, the sun is just cracking the horizon when we get there, and it was an ordeal, man. It's like we would, and we'd fish for 8 hours. You know what I mean? It'd be an hour and a half, an hour and 10 minute ride out there, an hour and 10 minute ride back, and like 8 hours of fishing. It's an ordeal, and then you got to spray the boat down and clean everything off and clean the fish for the people that you're taking and all that other stuff. It's an ordeal. It's tough, and then because I work a regular job too, as you know, Catfish. Like I work a regular job too, so that kind of stuff. It just beats your body up.
No, I know. It's like I say, anytime you get to working, man, or you doing anything like that, it's when it turns into a job, it ain't near as fun as just getting out going when you want to and stuff.
Well, it's just I just got to the point where like I needed help with it. Like I just couldn't move around as good as I used to.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, Lori's a worker, John, man. I got her site there posted, man. Everybody, I'd love to see those numbers grow and get her up to 300 and way past that.
Wait, if somebody drop Swampy Acres link, is Swampy in here? Because if not, I'd like to poke the beehive a little bit.
Swampy. Oh, that was who y'all beat, wasn't it?
Oh, Swampy!
Swampy had like a 12-hour throw stream the other night, and he was still up last night, so he might be out for a while.
Swampy's pretty cool, though. I like Swampy. He's
a good guy. He's another great mod, too, but that's right. I forgot y'all played their Philadelphia Flyers, and
I was actually shocked the Bruins played I wasn't shocked the Bruins played as well as they did. I'm surprised that Philadelphia's defense fell apart like that, because usually the defense is what's kept the Flyers in. Is what's made the Bruins and Flyers games interesting, and it just collapsed in the second period. Literally, they just collapsed. Like they didn't play defense at all.
Yeah, see, Peplin, that's the thing about it, man. If you got a slip and everything,
see, we had a slip, and people don't realize too, Catfish, it's expensive.
Yeah, slips are expensive, man.
Boating as a hobby is expensive.
But man, it makes it so much nicer and easier to get down to the water and everything.
Oh yeah, a slip where you can walk right up to the boat makes a world of difference.
Yeah, and coaching us is talking about getting a pontoon and us all going in on the slip. And if we could do that, I'd be back out on the water a lot more, because I fish till I'm tired, then just come in, tie it off, and a mile up the road, I'm home.
Because you could fish right off that pontoon boat and just drive it up to your slip.
Yeah, man, I could take that pontoon out and put it on some monster catfish and stripers and everything.
You could just pay me. I'll drive you around, Catfish. I'll be the pilot.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
You could just pay me in beer and barbecue. I'd drive you around for free.
It'd be awesome. I don't know if you drive me around if you're having beer.
All right, well, just the barbecue. I'll work for food. As long as
down here, they'd have you in jail. I'd be without my pilot pretty quick.
then we'll just go with the food. You can pay me in food.
I watch them take a many of them off the water drinking down here and running a
No,
boat.
we would have to be careful about that too. When we would take people out, I would say you guys can drink and just don't. I would tell people you can drink on this boat, but don't be, you can't be excessive. 1 or 2 beers, is about what I allow, and I'm not drinking anything. I'll stick to my soda because I got to drive this thing around.
Yeah, they're allowed to take all the beer you want out there and drink on the boat. It's just you can't operate a motor.
Well, the problem is like if I allow people, like I do allow people to drink. I would allow people to drink when I took them out. I would just tell them like, look, guys, like if you're one, don't be obnoxious, and if you do get obnoxious, I'm gonna take your money for the charter, and I'm gonna take the poles and put them away, and I'm gonna drive you back to the dock and drop you off.
Yeah, no doubt.
Most 95% of the people were really, really good that we took out.
I know you'll still get some every now and then, and
there was one couple from the ritzy part of New York that we took out, right? Real ritzy part of New York. By the way, this is me flipping off New York. You just can't see it. But there was one couple that we took out from the ritzy part of New York there, and they were, let's just say they weren't the nicest to me and the kid I had on the friend I had on the boat as the first mate trying to help them catch fish, right? Yeah. And it was a real rough day. It was really rough out. And I told them, I was like, this is going to be a nasty, gnarly ride to to where we need to get at. And I mean, the fishing's still going to be good because the tide is going to be good, but it ain't going to be a fun ride there and back. And they said, okay, let's do it. So I was like, all right, let's fire it up and we'll get going. And they complained constantly on the ride out there, just complained constantly about everything. Like the boat wasn't clean. Like it's a charter boat. What do you expect? It's as clean as it's going to be, Yeah. It's a working fishing boat. What do how clean do you want it to be, sweetheart?
Oh, I know.
So I didn't say anything back to them, Catfish, but I put the boat in the trough the whole ride home and watched them all puke the whole ride home.
That's crazy.
Their heads were over the side of the boat for the whole ride home. And I was just sitting there happy as a clam because I got my sea legs on me, and that had no effect on me.
Yeah. Like I say, I know you're going to get people.
Like I said, 95 to 98% of the people that we took out were awesome. They were great people. They were understanding. They had a ton of fun, and it was a blast. Furlough says New Yorkers are a-holes. That's the reason I left.
But like I say, we got them everywhere. But
yep, I put that boat in the trough the whole ride home, and that boat rocked back and forth like 6 feet. And them little yuppies from New York puked the whole ride home.
Y'all that's Monster Fish Gal's videos running. I hope you're okay with that, Lori. Run a little bit of that, and everybody make sure you got Monster Fish Gal.
The roughest ride, Catfish. I've been in some rough situations on that boat too, though. Like we've got caught in a few like mean storms, and it was, and there was like we're all like certified, we're all the guys that we're fishing with were friends of mine, and we were all like certified captains, and we took turns driving home, and it was a rough ride. Like it was like 8-foot swells, and it was a rough ride home.
Yeah, it'd be rough there, man. John said, let me find it here. John said, as a kid, we had a boat and we would go to Deer Island I lied in Boston Harbor and catch stripers all night long.
Deer Island is an underrated fishing spot for striped bass. If you throw a sand eel and troll that thing off at Deer Island, you're gonna get big striped bass, especially on the back side of it. On the back side of the island where it drops off and goes deep, that's the best spot to find.
Yeah.
The problem is dropping your boat in Boston Harbor is a pain because getting back into the harbor is a nightmare. Getting in and out of Boston Harbor is a nightmare.
Man, it's a lot of places up that way's tough to get in and out of, ain't it?
It's because of how popular the area is. You know what I mean? A lot of the areas on the Cape are super popular. A lot of the areas in Boston are super popular. So as soon as the summer comes around and the weather gets nice, they just get so jam packed that it's hard to even like there's no there's no breathing room at all. You know?
Yeah.
Like you could barely maneuver like a 15-foot skiff around. Never mind like the boats that we had. And there's only like 4 good marinas that like a good sized boat like anything over 30 foot would fit in. You know, there's not too many marinas around that are taking boats that size because of how packed the city is, because of how jam packed the city is. So we would have to like pick and choose. But Boston Harbor has some good spots. They do. They have some good spots for fishing.
I get seasick now. I have to keep a patch on. I probably couldn't even go out with the problems I got and everything. I'd probably get. Well, I know I would have. Sick to start with.
All you need to do is just take the Dramamine. If you got Dramamine with you, just pop that little Dramamine pill before you go, about an hour and a half before you go out. You'll be good. You'd be surprised how much that helps.
I see where it was on the news the other night. This couple went out and they was going somewhere and they got caught in a big storm. And their sailboat, man, it tore their sails up. They was running out of gas and everything. She had already wrote a so many page letter to her daughter that they didn't think they was going to make it. They got in some, I forget how high of swells they was in and everything. But they finally made it back.
The weather around here it's people underestimate the weather around here. It can when it turns bad offshore around here, those little squalls I shouldn't say little, those like squalls that pop up around summertime, they can make that water rough in a heartbeat.
Pepplin said when I was a teenager in Jersey, we'd go out on the party fishing boats and a quarter of the people would spend their time puking on the trip.
Got to get them sea legs on you. The rough water has never really affected me. It never really has. Like,
then the other half would probably spend their time hung up with each other. That's the only thing about those big party boats.
I know where that is, John Larson. I know where that is.
Lori, that's some beautiful plants you got in those tanks.
A buddy of mine's boat. He bought a boat. He bought his boat. This was probably years ago. This was probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, right? Bought his boat, set it all up, right? Set it all up. Brand new radar, brand new sonar, brand new radio, all the electronics that you're gonna need for charter fishing, right? Set it all up, right? Second trip out, he got stuck in a big storm and the boat got struck by lightning and it fried everything.
Wow.
It fried like $7,000 worth of electronics.
Man.
Luckily, boat insurance, I think he got most of it back. I think he got like 5 out of the 7 back.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
Yeah, second trip out, struck by lightning and fried everything.
No, it's beautiful tank, Gloria. It amazes me, man. I like my tanks and everything, but once I get to looking at y'all's tanks and everything, I get thinking mine ain't nothing, man. Edgar, buddy, appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, I've been into.
Little Miss Foxy.
There was one time where we actually. There's only been one time on the water where I've actually been scared that we may have had to ditch the boat and swim to shore. One time, and
Really?
we were bouncing around, and we weren't even in my boat. It was a friend of mine's. We were in his 35-foot Parker deep V, and you want to talk about bouncing around, Catfish. We were bouncing around in that thing on the way home, and we were crawling on the way home. Like it was not fun. And we were driving past the vineyard, and I remember thinking, guys, if we hit this the wrong way and the tides aren't right, and we're gonna have to go through this part of the vineyard and the swells are up, we may have to ditch this thing because it's not going to be pleasant.
Yeah, it'd be rough, man.
That's the only time where I've actually thought like we may have to swim to shore, because that was a 30 or 35-foot boat, and it was being tossed around like it was a rowboat.
Couldn't handle that. How big was your boat you sold?
It was 30.
30?
Yeah, 30, yeah.
Chewy, well, it's time to go back to the coffin. I will let the stream run. Appreciate you, Chewy. Great seeing you, buddy.
That was the only time on the water I've been legitimately scared, though. Like legit scared. Like this might not end well.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Yeah, Foxy, I'm running some of Lori, man. Everybody needs to make sure they thank Lori, and she takes care of all of us and everything, man. Run some of her videos, and she's at 250. Need to get those numbers up there. And if anybody can, pass the word out about Lori, man. Beautiful plants, man. I'm going to have to play Foxy's videos on here too, man. She's another one. Just it's something about y'all, the talent y'all have to put these tanks together, and just beautiful tanks and everything. It's just like a picture, man.
So John Larson said his best friend lost a boat in 8-foot swells to the sandbanks. Oh yeah, dude, you slam into one of those banks and you're done. You're done. Good night.
Well, I'm sure it's a lot of boats out there wrecked and still out there and they're sunk and everything.
Yeah, you. There's a lot of places where I live, where the water gets super shallow in a hurry, and if you mess up on, if you don't know how to read your equipment, in bad weather, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
I watch that. What's that show? The tuna. Thing. I forget what it's called, but man, it's just getting a boat in and out. They struggle in some of those places big time because they talk like the sandbars and everything all time changing and everything.
People don't realize, right? The coast of Massachusetts and the shoreline is super rocky in some spots. Not all of it, but there are areas and there are towns in Massachusetts that if you need to, like, it's the The shoreline is all it, there's what we call there's boat records on there's boat records under the water. You know, there's rocks the size of a, you know, an F-450 that are 2 feet submerged that you can't see, and if you hit those, you're done. Your day is over. Good night.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But there's a lot of those that litter the shoreline of Massachusetts, and if you don't know where they are, because some of them aren't marked, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching Lori's tanks, man. She's got some beautiful fish.
There's a rock off my parents' beach that they live on. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, or a half, probably a half mile. It's like a half mile off of their beach, out in the middle of the water, out in the middle of the ocean, just out there in the middle of nowhere. And the water is probably, I don't know, 25 foot deep, 30 foot deep. And this rock is probably, it's like the size of a tractor trailer, but it sits like 4 feet below the surface of the water, and it's huge. It's like the size of a tractor trailer, but you can't see it.
Just
And
4 feet below the water, huh?
And if you don't know, dude, boats and barges and people that are unfamiliar have hit it. They wreck their boat. They tear their motors right off of it.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they tear the motor right off they'll tear the outboard right off the back of the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine you get a lot of these new first timers out there buying them big rigs and stuff, and boy, it'd be sickening.
We tell people that they're we tell people that like, there's a rock out there that you need to watch out for, because my parents live where they live. There's a boat ramp like right near them. There's two actually. There's the town one that's down the street, but their beach has a little miniature boat ramp, and we try and tell all the locals that live on that beach, try and tell these people, because a lot of them come from Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and we try and tell them, well, like, look, like there's a rock out there about a half mile offshore, and that you need to really, like, we tell them, like, stay clear of this from here to here. Don't drive this boat near that area, because you're going to hit that rock and your day is going to be over. Like your boat, it will literally destroy your boat. So don't go in that area. And
Yeah.
some of them listen and some of them don't. And you see them, we'll see the ones that don't listen. They I've seen two of them literally almost break the motor off, tear the motor off the back of the boat because they hit that rock. Oh, John McKenzie, you ain't kidding, dude. People hit everything in Boston Harbor. There's a lot of submerged stuff down there, old like bridge pylons and pieces of stuff that they. Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of people whack the propellers off of everything in that harbor and in that bay, just in that bay area. They just, if you don't know the area around the New England coast, your day could be over real fast.
Lori, was that a stingray in that tank there? Big J, buddy. Right there. What's that right there?
I do remember that, John. I remember it fell short or something, right? And it crashed in the seawall. I remember hearing about that. That's the weird part about Logan Airport, though. You have to fly over the water to land in it. I've heard a few stories where I've heard a few stories, John, where Boston has had trouble with the ice on the runways, and the planes will slide and like the only thing that catches a couple of those planes is that those two big fences at the end of
Catfish. All right.
at the end of the runway. So like these planes have almost slid off the ends, off the end of these runways because of the ice.
Oh, there's some beautiful.
I tell you one thing, I would not be a happy camper if I was ice skating in an airplane.
No, I wouldn't be a happy camper, period. Y'all get some fogs up that way too, don't you?
What, fog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really, like, if there's a quick temperature, you know what we get it to in the spring and in the winter. If there's a quick temperature change, like let's say we're at like 28 degrees, and then like the next day's like 55, we'll get it in the winter. You'll get it in the winter time, and in the winter and in the fall is when we get the big fog that rolls in. Not too many times in the summertime because it's usually just the same weather, But
Yeah.
spring and winter is when we see heavy fog.
Peplin yet. Foxy yet. Well, that was exciting. That's exciting.
We had John Larson. I was supposed to fly on a plane, and they couldn't de-ice it enough to fly it. So the flight got delayed until they could knock all the ice off the plane.
They canceled all the flights here. That one day we was having all that ice and everything. One plane made it in, and they canceled all the flights that day.
Yeah, they like I said, I got a flight canceled because they literally couldn't de-ice the plane. There was so much ice on the wings and just the plane itself that they couldn't because they'll land them and de-ice them and then send them back up, and they couldn't. They just canceled it because there was literally just so much ice all over this thing that they couldn't do it in time.
Yeah, and that ice will bring a plane down quick, man.
Oh yeah, if it builds up and the thing's too heavy and it overcomes the motor, if it overcomes the engines and the engines can't get lift, you're up a creek.
Yeah, the beta tank's sharp. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I've been streaming Butcher 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm getting a little weak feeling, y'all. I probably should be getting off here for a little while.
Get you some breakfast and take you a nap.
Yeah, I'm going to just lay down and take it easy, but I am going to get Luke something to eat and do a couple things, and got to try and make it out to the mailbox, put some bills in the mailbox. So, but Butcher, I appreciate you coming up, hanging with me. Furlough this morning, man. I appreciate furlough because right now, the way I've been feeling, man, I don't think I'd be able to get up here by myself and hang out like I have done. Y'all make it a lot easier having somebody to talk to and stuff.
You been feeling rough lately?
I've been in bad shape, man. Friday, I was actually, man, I had my doubts Friday. I was in real bad shape Friday. Just this breathing deals, man. And at times I think it's my heart, and other times I think it's my lungs. I don't know what's going on. Then I'll start getting a little bit better. I don't know.
They've checked your heart out, so I don't think it's your heart. I think it's just the after effects from yeah, COVID.
They did all that ultrasounds on my heart last spring.
It was fine, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I just get to wondering about blockages and stuff, because when they check my heart out, they still don't check your neck and everything. And I've heard a lot of people having blockages in their neck and everything, but
I
But
think they'd be able to see that though. I think your heart's fine. I just think it's the after effects of I just think it's just that long hauler stuff. I think you just carry an after effects from COVID, which sucks.
I went out Friday, went up there to get my grandson and everything. When I got back to the house, and it ain't a very far walk, but it took me 15 minutes to get from the mailbox inside the house because 1, 2 steps, I was gasping for breath and couldn't breathe. But it's like I'm not getting no oxygen in for some reason. I just don't understand it.
But that's what I mean. I think that's just that long hauler stuff. It's unfortunate that's what that's what it
It's
is.
it's just weird how it comes and goes. But man, it's just this past week it's been beating me up really bad.
Yeah, I hear you.
Then just like now, all of a sudden you lose all your energy, and just right now I've gone from feeling pretty decent, then you just like hit a switch, you go weak all at once.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I don't understand it, but I appreciate everybody hanging out with me and everything, but I think I better get off here. And Foxy, love you. I hope everybody's in my stream tomorrow night.
Oh no, you better not take my parking spot. That is my spot. Sorry.
Everybody make sure you got Monster Fish Gal right here. Go watch these videos. Make sure you click on her. Let's see those numbers grow. Peplin Creek, buddy, love you. Thank you. And we're gonna show some Peplin Creek videos off on these streams and stuff too. If none of y'all don't mind and everything, I'd like to start doing this a little bit too, and let's recognize some of our great people. But Monster Fish Cow, man, she needs to be recognized big time. Love you, Lord. And y'all, Science Gal, probably not with me no longer, but I appreciate Science Gal, and I really enjoyed their being on their stream yesterday. Butcher, buddy. Well, Butcher, hold on. I'll talk to you when I sign off here. I keep forgetting that I can talk after I shut StreamYard down. But Griffin, buddy. Griffin popping in. I'm just signing off, Griffin. John, all of y'all, but I appreciate all y'all, and I'll be seeing y'all around.
It's a green light, bro. That means you step on the gas.
See y'all. Love y'all.